What is up, you horror nerds? It's me, your host once again, Jeremiah Duncan, bringing you another underground movie that I guarantee you haven't heard of, but you may want to stay away from it. I was drawn in by the name because it sounds so flippin' cool and it sounds like it's going to be awesome, but I was let down. I'm talking about the 1972 movie of, yes, that's right, 3 on a Meathook. I mean, how cool is that name? How cool is that cover? Prime candidates for murder. I'm giving this a 4.5 out of 10 though. It is rated R. If you aren't familiar with this one, it's pretty underground. Let me tell you about it. A padlock shed, hooks of cold steel, a maniac on the loose. When 4 girls go on a weekend trip to a lake, they start to have car problems. On the way home and meet a young local man who takes them back to his farm where he lives with his father. Later, the father begins to murder 3 of the girls and tries to pin the crimes on his son by convincing him he is responsible for their deaths. Gratuitous nudity, nasty murders, and even finds time for some groovy music. The film revels in its hick psycho boy meets hippie bar chick romantic subplot before climaxing with gore-soaked twist ending, loosely based on the real-life killer/cannibal Ed Gein, whose story also inspired, among other films, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre from '74 and Psycho from 1960. So, was directed by William Girdler, who is actually from Kentucky. Shout out to Kentucky. He actually did the music score for this as well. So I will say that there's actually some really good kill scenes in here, especially there's one where he just swings this axe and hits her and then her body drops and her head's there. Pretty cool for not being CGI and stuff. It looked really good. Now, with that being said, there is a scene. This is what dropped it from a 4.5, from maybe even a 5 to a 6. There's a scene where the son goes out to, his dad sends him out to the town to have the time of his life. There is a scene that goes on for like, it feels like 2 hours of dancing and just music, and he's watching a band and nothing is going on but the music. I'm like, what is going, did we go to infomercial? What is going on? That killed it for me, because at first I'm like, okay, and then it just keeps going. It's wild. Way too long. They could have spliced that and they would have been fine. But the story is great. Great. Of course, it features Charles Kissinger, fellow Kentuckian as well, rest in power. He was in Grizzly, Asylum of Satan, Fright Night from '71. It was shot in Louisville, so it was right down the street from me, which is super, super cool. 4.5 out of 10 though, 1972, 3 on a Meathook. If you've seen it, comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Like, subscribe, hit the death bell for notifications. I appreciate y'all so much. Stick around. I got more reviews coming to you daily.